Okay, now this time download module 7-2. This is the second type of normal distribution application problems. In this type of problems, the probability will be given and the question will be finding the x value. Like in this specific one, the question is what should be the lowest score to be on the top 10%. Now, there are two types of questions in this category. One, finding the top 10%, the top 20%, and the second one might be the lowest 5%, lowest 2%, lowest 10%. Now at this time we're going to use the higher end because the question is the top 10%. Now let's enter our data first. The mean is 200. Put 200. Standard deviation is 20, and the top percentage is 0.10. So in order to be in the 10%. Now this case I'm looking to find the x value. Now I know the mu value, which is 200. We know the standard deviation 20. Now we can figure out the z value if I know this is 10%. Now the function for this is norm.s.inv, and then we have 1 minus b6. b6 was 10%. So why I subtract 1 minus b6? Because Excel shows always the left side. If I enter only 10%, then the result would be the lowest 10%. But we are looking for the lowest 90%, which means the top 10%. So once you find the z value, 1.2816, so in this equation there is only one unknown, which is x. So I know z value is 1.2816. We know standard deviation is 20, and we know the mu. So this is just an algebra. So in order to find x, we need to multiply z times standard deviation, and then we take the mu, put on the other side, which is this formula here, b5 times b10 plus mu to the other side. That will give us x value 225.63. Now if the question was finding the lowest 10%, so I entered the same value, 220. Now lowest 10%, 0.10. Now this time if you look the z value, the way we find the z value, norm SINV B19, which is 10%. Now previously, in order to find the z value, what we did is 1 minus b6. The reason because we are looking to this side. Now the lowest 10% is 174.37. Any score less than 174.37 would be the lowest 10%.